How's it going, guys? MTG Mondays here, and today we're going to go over the Dragon's Maze official set review by me. This is my opinions on the cards from the set, and it's going to be a full set review ordered by colors. Just as you see them here, it's going to go from white to lands, just like this. And so first off, we're going to start with white. First off here we have Boros Mastiff. It's not terrible for limited if you're going the battalion route. He gets lifelink, which isn't terrible. I'll give him about a 1.5 out of 5. I'm trying to do like a 1 out of 5 rating on these guys, so he's about a 1.5, almost a 2 if he got a little bit bigger. So with other battalion cards, he might be okay. Next up we have Hazda Snare Squad. Whenever he attacks, you may pay 1. If you do, tap a target creature an opponent controls. He's meh. He's only a 1/4, so he will most of the time live through the attack, but he just costs 3, so he's not that great in my book. I gave him a 1 out of 5. He's not that great. Next up we have Lave Decree. 2 to detain up to 2 target creatures from your that your opponent controls. It's not that bad. It's an easy way to get through in limited. It is a sorcery, so I'm gonna give it about a 2, maybe. It's more leaning towards like a 1.5, but it's not that bad. Next up is the Maze Sentinel. I really don't like any of the Maze cards. I guess the Sentinel wouldn't be too terrible. It gives you all your multicolors, vigilance, which isn't too bad, but it costs 6 for 3/6. It's not that great. I'll give it like a 1.5. It's not that good. Next up is Renounce the Guilds. It's good and limited. It'll give you a cheap way to kill something if it's multicolored, which there's a lot of multicolored in this set. For 2, you get rid of a multicolor card. But in this set there is a lot of multicolor, so you're not really guaranteed you're going to get rid of the right one. So it's about a 2. Riot Control. You gain 1 life for each creature your opponent controls and prevent all damage that will be dealt to you this turn. I actually like this card because it puts you ahead while preventing everything that's happening right now. So I gave it a 2.5 for yeah, I gave it a 2.5 for limited. I really like that card for limited. It's kind of a nice failsafe. Let's see here. Next we have the Scion of Vitu-Ghazi. He's 3 and 2 white for a 4/4, and when he comes into play, if you played it from your hand, you get a white bird, and then you get to populate. I really like this guy. He's a nice rare for limited, definitely, and when you play him, if you're going the tokens route, he can definitely cause some damage if you have like an Advent of the Worm or something, and he's definitely pretty good. And he only costs 5 for a 4/4, plus you get a 1/1 bird, plus you get to populate. Like, at the worst it can be, he's 5 mana for 6 combined power and toughness. That's at the worst he can get, and so that's pretty good for limited. I'm gonna give him about a 3.5, and he's pretty good. Next is Steeple Rock. It's an okay flyer. It's 5 for a 3/1 flying first strike. He dies to any kind of one damage, but it is pretty high costed. It's about a 2 out of 5 on that one. Next is Sunspire Gatekeepers. This one's not. I hate the Gatekeepers too, and I'm not gonna use hate, I guess, but I dislike them. They're underwhelming and they seem pushed. And I understand that gates are they're necessary for, trying to slow the format down and everything. But I don't know, I don't like them very much. There's only a few of them that I really like. This one, when it comes into play, if you control 2 or more gates, you get a 2/2 White Knight with Vigilance. It's cool because it gives you 2 creatures. I'm gonna say it's about a 2 out of 5 for limited. It's not that great, but it's not that bad either. So if you're playing with gates, he's good to play. If you're not, it's just a 2 for 4, and I really don't like it. And then finally we have Wake of the Reflections, excuse me. It is 1 to populate, which is really good if you're, if you're going that route in, say, limited. But it is a sorcery, so you kind of got to give that up. So you can't do any kind of funny battle tricks or anything to where you block with the dude, before he dies you populate him, you still have a guy. It's not that bad. It's not that good. I gave it like a 2 out of 5. Alrighty guys, so that was it for the white review. Click the little annotation over in the corner and it'll take you to the next one, which is the blue, and I'll see you there.